On today's episode of Lucha History, we're talking about one of the craziest matches in the history of CMLL, El Infierno en el Ring. El Infierno en el Ring is a multi-man steel cage match that CMLL holds every once in a while. The one we'll be talking about today is the 2007 match, which main evented the 74th anniversary show. This was the most stacked version of the match in my opinion. 7 men walked in with their masks, and 1 with his hair, and 1 man would leave without his most valued possession. You see, once 6 men have escaped the cage, the final 2 are forced into a lucha de apuestas, meaning it is in your best interest to leave the cage before everyone else. The 2007 match featured an all-star lineup with Villano Quinto, Blue Panther, Lismark Jr., Atlantis, Último Guerrero, Dr. Wagner Jr., Perro Aguayo Jr., and Místico, all setting foot in the cage. With 18,000 screaming fans in attendance, this match had some high expectations to meet, and it started off hot. As Místico is making his way to the ring, he's ambushed by Perrito Aguayo, who uses the chain they were going to use to seal the cage as a weapon to batter Místico before he even sets foot inside. Then, after making his way to the ring, Perrito Aguayo gets his just desserts and is absolutely pummeled to pieces by the rest of the participants. They're beating the dirt off of this man, and the match hasn't even officially started yet. Místico gets up, and in true Místico fashion, climbs up the cage and hits a plancha off the top onto a vulnerable Dr. Wagner and Lismark Jr. The match will rage on for 7 more minutes, the time limit before anyone is allowed to leave the ring. Our first exit from the cage is Villano Quinto, who amongst all the chaos uses the bodies of Último Guerrero and Dr. Wagner Jr. to earn his freedom from the cage. Next out is Atlantis, being assisted by his partner in crime at the time, Último Guerrero. He gets over the cage and gives Último Guerrero a little handshake and a good luck before leaving the ring for good. The beloved Dr. Wagner is about to get powerbombed from the top turnbuckle when he realizes this is the perfect chance to escape. He stomps a mud hole into Último Guerrero and soaks up the cheers of thousands as he makes his way out of the cage. Místico has a crazy good opportunity to escape, but sees a better opportunity to show off his high flying and once again leaps from the top of the cage and smushes Blue Panther into a paste. This gives the perfect window of opportunity for Último Guerrero to get over the cage and head back to the locker rooms. Now we're at the halfway mark. 2 more escapes and the last 2 remaining will be fighting for their lives and their masks. Místico is able to get out next after stopping at Perrito Aguayo, who coincidentally is able to leave the cage next. Our lucha de apuestas is set. Either Blue Panther or Lismark Jr. will be unmasked on this night. Lismark Jr. tried his best and really fought as hard as he could, but it just wasn't enough. El Maestro Lagunero, Blue Panther, would end up submitting Lismark Jr. with his signature Fujiwara armbar. This is one of my favorite multi-man matches in CMLL, and a match that will always be a part of Lucha history.